The path of unlocking your best self is not one of perfection, but of presence. Too long have you believed that to be worthy, you must be flawless. But your soul did not come here to wear a mask of perfection, it came here to live fully, to fall and rise, to stumble and learn, to bleed and heal, to love and be loved. Every scar you carry is not a weakness, but a map. Each line etched by pain is a direction pointing you closer to truth. Do not hide them. Do not erase them. Wear them as proof that you have walked through fire and emerged still glowing. Your best self does not erase your past, it transforms it into wisdom. Think of the lotus flower, rising from the mud. It does not curse the dirt. It does not regret the waters it grew in. Without them, it could not bloom. So it opens its petals, not in spite of the mud, but because of it. And in that bloom, it shines untainted, radiant, divine. So too is your story. Every shadow you walked through carved space for more light. Every fall taught you how to rise with greater strength. Every loss opened the space for new blessings to enter. Do not curse what shaped you, bless it. For without it, you would not stand here, on the edge of unlocking the greatest version of yourself. Your best self is not a destination, it is a becoming. It is not waiting for you at the end of the road, it is unfolding in each step you take with awareness, with courage, with truth. The moment you realize this, you stop chasing and start embodying. You stop running and start radiating. You stop waiting for the future and begin living as your best self now. And that is the true miracle, not that you will someday arrive, but that you can choose, in this very moment, to awaken and embody who you have always been. There are moments when the weight of this world presses against your chest like an invisible stone, when your voice feels trapped and your steps heavy. Yet even then, a fire burns quietly within you. That fire is your immortal essence, the eternal breath of creation itself. It has never been extinguished, only covered by layers of fear, doubt, and distraction. The teaching of Thoth whispers now, the stone you feel is not meant to suffocate you, it is meant to awaken you, to force you to dig into the eternal light beneath. Every limitation you face is a mirror, every struggle is a riddle, every sorrow is a key. The divine law is that nothing you face is random, nothing you feel is wasted. Even your tears are holy water, purifying what must be released. So look at your struggles not as punishment but as sacred invitations to rise. This is elevation. This is the alchemy of your life, turning lead into gold, heaviness into freedom, silence into truth. When you decide to unlock your best self, you must allow the universe to strip away what you are not. This is why losses come. This is why doors close. This is why betrayals cut so deep. They are not accidents, they are chisels shaping your soul, carving away illusions so your true form can shine. Do not run from the pain, for in the fire of it lies your rebirth. The serpent of wisdom sheds its skin not in comfort but in friction, and so must you. There is no arrival without release. The cosmic secret is this: the best version of you is already alive within, waiting for you to stop holding on to what is dead. Stop gripping the ashes. Let go, and rise into the flame of your true being. The higher self does not shout, it whispers. It is the voice that nudges you when all others are loud, the inner compass guiding you back to your divine center. To unlock your best self, listen to that voice as if it were sacred scripture. It speaks in subtle nudges, quiet knowings, sudden stillness in the storm. Do not dismiss it, for it is the same voice that guided the mystics, the prophets, the sages of time past. It is not separate from you, it is the deepest, truest you. Trust it as you would trust breath, as you would trust the sun to rise. The universe flows in rhythms, and when you align with your inner voice, you step into harmony with all creation. You stop pushing against the tide and begin moving with it, effortlessly carried by a current that knows exactly where you must go. This is not chance, this is divine orchestration, and you are part of the song. The unlocking of your best self is not a single event, but a continual unfolding. It is like the blooming of a sacred lotus, petal by petal, rising out of the dark mud into the sun. Each day you live consciously, each choice you make with intention, another petal opens. And though the bloom seems slow, though some days you feel buried again in the mud, the truth remains, you are ascending. The mud is not your enemy, it is the womb of your awakening. Do not curse it. Without it, the lotus could not bloom. Without your challenges, your strength would remain hidden, your wisdom asleep. Bless the mud, for it is holy too. The teachings of the ancient ones echo, the body is the temple, the breath is the prayer, the mind is the altar, the heart is the flame. To unlock your best self is to honor each part of this temple with awareness. Do not abandon your body, for it is the vessel through which divine light is carried. Feed it with living energy, move it with reverence, rest it with love. Do not abandon your breath, for it is the bridge between earth and spirit. Breathe as if each inhale is the universe entering, each exhale is your offering back. Do not abandon your mind, for it is the sculptor of your reality. Fill it with thoughts that expand rather than shrink, with visions that heal rather than harm. And most of all, do not abandon your heart, for it is the eternal flame of creation. Protect it, listen to it, allow it to guide even when logic cannot. Your best self emerges when all these parts are aligned, when temple, altar, prayer, and flame become one. There will be times you stumble, times you forget, times you feel small. Yet remember this eternal truth, the universe has already seen your greatness. The higher realms already know who you truly are. Your journey is not about becoming something new, but about remembering what you always have been. When you fall, rise again. When you doubt, breathe again. When you lose your way, listen again. Each return is part of your unfolding, each step back leads to a greater step forward. The rhythm of your growth is sacred, do not compare it to another. Your unlocking is your own, and it carries the fragrance of your soul alone. Unlocking your best self means embodying the truth that you are not here by mistake, not here to survive, not here to shrink. You are here to expand, to radiate, to ignite others by your light. The world is waiting for you to awaken, to stand in the fullness of your essence. You are not small, you are not powerless, you are not lost. You are the answer hidden in human form, the spark disguised as flesh, the eternal disguised as temporary. Rise, beloved soul. Rise again and again. For every time you do, the heavens rejoice, and the earth itself breathes easier. Every soul that walks this earth carries a secret code, a divine signature etched into the fabric of their being. This code is your essence, the original song you came here to sing. Yet most forget it, buried beneath noise, expectation, and fear. To unlock your best self is to rediscover this code, to tune yourself back to the melody of your soul. Imagine a harp strung with golden threads. When each string is tuned, it vibrates in harmony with the cosmos. That is you, when you live in alignment. But when the strings are tangled with fear, shame, or lies, the music is distorted. The universe calls you now to tune yourself again. Listen deeply, feel deeply, and trust that the resonance you seek is already within you. This path is not about becoming flawless. Perfection is a cage. Your best self is not a polished statue, untouched by scars. Your best self is raw, radiant, alive with truth. The cracks you hide are not mistakes, they are holy openings where light pours through. The universe does not seek your perfection, it seeks your authenticity, your willingness to stand unmasked, unafraid, untamed. When you unlock your best self, you release the need to prove, the need to perform, the need to conform. You become as the river, flowing, free, unstoppable, carving valleys into stone simply by being what it is. The river does not ask permission to flow, and neither should you. Thoth's wisdom reminds us that energy follows intention. What you give energy to expands. If you feed fear, it grows. If you feed love, it grows brighter. To unlock your best self is to become fiercely intentional, to direct your energy like a sacred arrow, aimed at the truth of your soul. This is why every thought matters, every word shapes, every choice builds. You are not powerless in your creation, you are the architect of it. And the laws of the unseen world respond not to wishful thinking but to the vibration you embody. Embody love, and love echoes back. Embody courage, and doors open. Embody truth, and illusions dissolve. The secret is not outside of you, it is the energy you carry in every breath, in every heartbeat. When the ancients spoke of unlocking the self, they did not speak of something distant or unreachable. They spoke of a return, a homecoming to the divine essence that has always been yours. Imagine walking through a labyrinth, twists, turns, dead ends, moments of despair. Yet at the center of it all lies a flame that never dies. That flame is you. The labyrinth is life. Every mistake, every detour, every heartbreak, it all leads you closer to the center. Unlocking your best self means not abandoning the path, no matter how confusing, but trusting that the center is real and waiting. You are not wandering blindly. You are being guided, even when you cannot see it. The universe often speaks in paradox. To find yourself, you must lose yourself. To rise, you must first descend. To receive, you must release. These are not punishments but sacred patterns. Do not resist them. Embrace them as signs of your unfolding. When you lose something you thought you could not live without, it is because the universe is making space for what will truly nourish you. When you descend into darkness, it is because the roots of your soul need to grow deeper to hold the greatness that is coming. When you are asked to let go, it is because your hands are needed free to hold a greater gift. Trust the paradox, for hidden within it is the language of transformation. Unlocking your best self also means unlocking your compassion. You cannot rise while looking down on others. You cannot expand while clinging to judgment. Every soul is walking their own labyrinth, carrying their own weight, fighting battles you cannot see. The more you soften your heart, the more your own path clears. Compassion is not weakness, it is divine strength. It aligns you with the heart of the cosmos. When you choose compassion over criticism, patience over anger, forgiveness over bitterness, you align yourself with the highest frequencies of creation. And in those frequencies, your best self awakens with power and grace. The truth is simple, though rarely easy. Your best self is waiting for you in every moment you choose love over fear, truth over illusion, freedom over chains. Each choice is a key, each breath is an opening, each step is a remembering. You are not far from your best self. You are only one choice away, always. The path to unlocking your best self is not hidden in distant temples or sacred scrolls guarded by priests. It is here, woven into the fabric of your ordinary days. Every sunrise whispers to you, begin again. Every breath carries the rhythm of creation, inhale possibility, exhale limitation. The great mistake many make is waiting for a perfect moment to awaken, as if enlightenment demands a grand stage. But the truth is quieter. It is hidden in the choices you make when no one is watching, in the thoughts you allow to take root, in the way you treat the stranger, the friend, the reflection in your mirror. The sacred is not distant, it lives inside the small moments, the simple acts, the heartbeat of now. To unlock your best self, you must learn to honor the unseen currents of your own energy. Thoughts are not harmless shadows, they are seeds, and each carries life or death, expansion or contraction. What you dwell on becomes your temple. If you dwell on fear, your temple darkens. If you dwell on gratitude, your temple glows with golden fire. The ancients taught this with stories of light and shadow, of gods and demons, but the meaning is timeless, the battlefield is within. Your best self is revealed when you choose to feed the fire of light, again and again, until the shadows dissolve into nothing. Do not underestimate the small victories. Choosing kindness when anger calls. Choosing honesty when lies seem easier. Choosing discipline when comfort tempts you to stay small. These are the unseen battles that forge the greatness of your soul. Each small choice is a hammer shaping the golden vessel of your being. You are not weak for stumbling, for breaking, for falling. You are human, and even the strongest temples need repair. What matters is that you rise again, that you mend, that you keep shaping yourself until the vessel is strong enough to carry the divine light that has always been waiting to pour through you. Your best self is not a mask you wear to impress. It is not an image polished for approval. It is the deep alignment between what you feel, what you believe, and what you do. It is a life lived without fracture, without hiding. The more you live in alignment, the more your soul sings, and the world begins to respond to your song. The doors that seemed locked begin to open. The paths that seemed hidden begin to clear. The truth is this: the universe rearranges itself for the soul that dares to live authentically. The unlocking of your best self is not a sudden explosion but a steady unfolding, like the blossoming of a lotus rising from the mud. It rises not in spite of the mud but because of it. The mud, the pain, the trials, they are not mistakes, they are the soil in which your strength has grown. Every scar is a root. Every heartbreak is water. Every challenge is sunlight. And together they create the perfect conditions for your awakening. Do not despise your wounds. They are sacred evidence of your journey. Without them, the lotus of your best self would never rise. You must learn to see yourself not as broken but as becoming. This shift in vision is the beginning of liberation. To see yourself as broken is to live in chains of shame. To see yourself as becoming is to step into the river of growth, where every flaw is part of the design. The universe does not see you as incomplete. It sees you as a masterpiece in progress, a constellation still being drawn across the canvas of eternity. Your best self is not a destination you arrive at once, it is a continual rising, a continual remembering. Thoth whispers that the true secret of unlocking lies in awareness. You cannot change what you refuse to see. Bring light to your shadows, and they will lose their power. Bring truth to your fears, and they will dissolve. Awareness is the golden key, the torch that lights the labyrinth, the mirror that shows you what you are and what you can become. The more aware you are of your thoughts, your patterns, your energy, the more power you have to shift them. And every shift, no matter how small, aligns you closer with your best self. This is why silence matters. This is why stillness matters. The world is loud, full of distractions that keep you asleep. But in the silence, the whispers return. In the stillness, the guidance appears. Your best self is always speaking to you, but you must quiet the noise to hear it. Make time for the sacred pause. Breathe deeply. Sit with your heart. Ask it what it longs for, and listen without judgment. In that listening, the unlocking begins, gently, steadily, like dawn breaking through the dark.